This is about the unwanted side effect of success. I like to call it success-induced anxiety. Written Mirror, as anyone who's familiar with the content should know, is all about positivity. Written Mirror is also about reaping the rewards of meticulous preparation. If you put in the work, you definitely deserve the rewards that follow. Even after saying this, it sometimes feels like there's been some kind of mistake. Like you take on this feeling that you're unworthy or there has to be someone better. It's totally natural, you're not alone, and it does get better over time. I can say that I went through that for a while. Some people call it the pretender syndrome, where you feel like, someone's going to come and snatch away whatever accolade it is from you, or, that it has to be some kind of mistake. There's been a mix up. I guess it's like when when La La Land thought they won best picture. I shouldn't laugh. That was such a cringy moment. Is there a cure? How do you improve your reaction to success? I'd say there's no single best way or no one size fits all answer. However, I'm going to call this the written mirrored method, and maybe I should trademark this. But basically, it's to take that energy into your work. Being able to analyze yourself with the same distance you do when you doubt your success is a much more efficient use of that energy. And I said this in my first book, self-dialogue can be healthy. If you can reconcile with yourself, everyone else is a lot easier. And it's true. If you can take this, oh, it's got to be someone else, there has to have been a mistake here, sensation, and you use that when you're producing your work to like really see where you need to shore up and strengthen things, I feel like that has the greatest impact possible on anything you do going forwards. So all of a sudden, what happens is your mindset goes from why me to why not me. That's right. Like, you start sticking your chest up in the air. Like, I've done the work. Of course I deserve what's coming my way. You've accurately, and I'll say somewhat, because, at the end of the day, you're evaluating yourself. So you've somewhat evaluated all your potential weaknesses. You've done your best job. You've done the best job you can do. Your success is therefore not only increasingly likely, it's also highly justified. Like, yeah, you went and did that. You know what? Right. That's you. When you hear your name, don't sit there and think that, oh, it's got to be someone else. It's like, yeah, it couldn't have been anyone else. That had to be me. Self-awareness. We all have internal voices of doubt, and some of us also have rituals of self-loathing. As a writer, I can say that there are times when I've spoken to many fellow writers that they regularly go to this place of they're terrible, they're worthless, nothing they've ever done is any good. Anything they do going forward is going to be horrible. And it's all it is that they care, and they care a lot. And you care so much that you think that anything you're doing is not having an impact. I mean, how can it, right? You're just one person. That's how you view things. And I think it's about identifying these voices and vices and finding the best use for that energy and those resources. And that's the key to long-term happiness and increased comfort with the rewards of your hard work or your smart work. Sometimes it's better to work smarter, not harder. If these questions of worth pop into your head, the answer is simply to visualize all the correct and ingenious steps you've taken to produce the work you did. If there is a detail you missed and you can correct it, great. It's set in stone and now too late, but you've already grown from this ability to objectively survey your work. So it's not about producing things that are perfect. It's about you being able to identify the parts where it's not perfect, the things that you might want to improve on going forwards. If you can do that, you're still winning. I'd say special people are capable of seeing their own imperfections, building on their weaknesses and embracing the things they can't change. It's not that they never have doubts. It's increasingly obvious that they channel those doubts and use them to propel them to excellence. That's a genuine belief of mine. Like, I'm not just saying that. And, if I'm thinking like close to home, it wasn't in comparison with other peers or professionals. It was an individual thing. Sometimes you take on the outside doubts and internalize them at the exact moment you've proven them wrong by prevailing. Being aware of it in everything you put your hands on going forwards, you've come into your own, and your stardust fuels your future successes. Now, my advice to you is to go out with your head held high. You deserve every reward and accolade your name is attached to. Embrace your success. And this is like from personal experience with accolades and success. Like, it's not just, you're so used to dealing with people who are skeptical of your talent, your hard work, your work ethic, your ability to manifest what you say you're going to achieve, that when the time comes and you've proven them wrong, it's almost like, oh, I've done it. Now, what do I do now? And the thing is, what you do now is you continue perfecting your sauce. That's what you do. You keep on tinkering with the recipe going forwards. You keep on smashing through and breaking through and doing all of this stuff that people, they took pride in telling you couldn't do. That's what you do with that. You don't start like getting into your own head and telling yourself you're worthless. You're worthless for having achieved exactly what you set out to achieve, or even if you've achieved more than that. And don't let people tell you that you're not humble for, you know what I mean, being proud of your work and staying, you know, sticking your chest up and saying, yeah, I am the best. It's not true. It's not. That's the different. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence that I think a lot of people mistake. Arrogance is saying you can do it with no earthly idea how you're going to do it. Confidence is knowing that you can do it and knowing how you're going to do it. And again, don't confuse that with knowing every single step of the plan. You know where to start, or you know where it is you want to end up. And that's where I feel like, yeah, when the time comes, definitely embrace your success. I'm mostly saying this to myself, to be honest, because, you know, people always like, oh yeah, you win awards. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, my best stuff hasn't come yet. I haven't won the big ones yet. Like I don't have an Oscar to my name yet. There's still work to be done. And it's like, what? At the same time, when I began, I didn't know I would win X amount of awards. I didn't know that. What I did know is that I could produce award-winning content. I did know that. But at the same time, if we're in a room full of writers and someone says if you think you're the best writer, but the best writer in your room, put their hand up. My hand is definitely going sky high. I know what I give to this, right? I know the changes that I'm making and continuing to make. So I don't feel like that's arrogant to have my own back essentially and say, oh yeah, I can show you all that I can do this at that level. I think that's what you need to take into whatever goals and successes you have in your own life. Stop beating up on yourself. There's no need for success-induced anxiety, right? You've been successful once, that means you'll be successful again going forwards. No doubt about it, right? And even if you fail, you will learn. And because you'll learn from your failure, you will be successful again. Just remember all of that the next time it happens, all right? Peace out. I feel like I'm in the usual suspects. Yeah, this is me, right now. The one, the only. Follow me. Hopefully I can get something like this amount of likes. I don't think I've ever had that many likes on anything before.